Thank you very much. Good evening. We'll call the Hayward, Iowa City Council to order on Wednesday, July the 8th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. All present are council persons and staff members. Seeing no one other than Eric in the council chambers with us tonight. First standard agenda item number 1A, approval of the June 24th, 2020 council meeting minutes. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
It's been moved by Tim. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Jen. Questions or clarifications? And my thanks for Travis for covering for me on that meeting. All in favor then of the approval of the June 24th City Council meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes 5-0. Next is claims for payment today, so we'll start with Rob with questions, please.
No questions.
Okay, John, any questions?
None, thank you.
Jen?
No questions.
Travis?
None, thanks.
Tim?
No, so moved.
Been a motion by Tim. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. All in favor then of claims for payment for July 8th, say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes also 5-0. Eric, you want to talk to us tonight, being the committee?
Tonight I'm good.
All righty, thanks. I don't see anyone else that wishes to talk to us either from open business. So we'll just move on to the mayor's report. Just wanted to express my appreciation to the homeowners that are keeping their properties nice and updated. It's always enjoyable to see colorful flowers and neat lawns and homes around the community. Hayward Community Foundation, which I'm proud to serve on as the mayor recently, and also Jen as a person from the bank, recently issued this press release. The Hayward Community Foundation, affiliated Siouxland Community Foundation, recently awarded a total of over $73,000, which is wonderful for this community, but even bigger is that this brings the total community support to more than $1 million to date since its inception in 1994. Over $1 million have been given back from the Hayward Community Foundation. The Hayward Community Foundation, when we started, was started by an estate gift from Charles and Edna Horton. Just to give you a little overview of, I won't give you the amounts, I think that'll be in the papers here coming up, but we gave grants to the Big Sioux River Historical Society for Calliope Village, the community dinner here in town, the Iowa College Access Network, which helps West Sioux to helps those high school kids to get better scholarships and so forth in the college ranks. West Sioux Educational Foundation, the Hawarden Golf Course, the Foster Grandparent and Senior Companion Programs. The Hawarden Police Department received some funding. West Sioux Hawarden Elementary for positive behavior. We Care. The Downtown Committee that's working so hard for the Banner Program. The City of Hawarden for some upgrades at the City Community Center. And also we gave money to the City of Hawarden for their bathroom concession upgrade, which is in collaboration with West Sioux Community Schools. And so it's amazing to me, over $1 million, and Jen and I had the opportunity last week to go out and give some of the checks away. That's fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was a good time.
That's remarkable. So people that are out there, if they're looking for an opportunity for gifting, obviously the Hawarden Community Foundation is a wonderful place for that. At every city council meeting, as we are tonight, we make decisions that impact our community. I want to share some information I found in regards to the 10 traits of positive communities. Looking at everything that's going on around, I think we need to work on positivity, and I think you folks as council members and our staff do a wonderful job, and I feel most of these traits are followed to a high degree here in the city of Hawarden. Number 1 is work toward a common goal. Number 2 is allow for freedom of expression. Promote fairness. Set clear policies and obligations. Maintain sensitivity towards members. Celebrate community heritage. Promote interaction among members. elect leaders that stand by community values, prioritize effective communication, and make smart decisions. Again, I'm really blessed to be a part of this community and also to be up here with you folks as council members that take, I think, all of those to heart for the city of Hawarden. So thank you. And lastly, let me end my report on this quote. I always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow is a fresh opportunity to make it better. So a little positivity and a lot of negativity that's been going around the United States and the world. That moves us to staff reports, and we'll start, please, with Larry on the end, if you would, and come to the podium.
Okay, just a couple key points. We're on the home stretch of the facade grant application. It will be submitted by the end of this month. Right now, we're currently working with the architect to get some final photographs taken, some final assessments done, and we will be submitting that grant, or actually Northwest Iowa Planning will be doing that by the end of this month. The banner grant was awarded to the downtown group, as you guys have just said, and the subcommittee actually formed. We've decided on a couple of different types that we would like to bring to the whole committee, and that committee will be meeting Friday. So our hope is that by this Friday we will have a decision on the banners, and then we'll go out to bid on those particular banners to get some good prices on them, and so that we can start the production. We want to thank the Hawarden Foundation and all those involved for that grant, and we anticipate those hopefully being up this fall before too long. Also, prospect visits continue. We actually have one happening this week, and I laid some data on your desks there, just going over the payroll protection program data. This was uploaded by SBA yesterday, and we kind of did some analysis of how many dollars came to Hawarden. On the very low end, since some of the numbers of the companies above 150,000 were just were given ranges, at the very low end, we brought in about 2.7 million, and at the high end, about 3.8 million. Dollars came in. I really want to thank the banks on this. The banks were the tip of the arrow on this, and if it was not for all of their hard work, our local businesses would have not been able to grab those dollars. And that's all.
Thanks, Larry. That, as you said, it takes a lot of extra effort on the bank's parts here in the community for working with their clients in that regard. So thanks to the banks with that. Travis, are you over there?
I just want to give an update on the parking lot, the paver section. Minor Hardscapes is the contractor working back there. They've had issue on a few of the pavers that are cracking, and it's all the same ones because they're all different sizes. It seems like the skinny long ones are the ones that are cracking. So they're working with the manufacturer of those pavers, and they're trying to get a pallet of just those kind because there's only 10 of those in a pallet. And if they have to replace 60 or 80, they don't want 60 or 80 or 6 or 8 pallets when they can just get one pallet of the ones they need to replace. So they're working on trying to get half of it totally done because they'll steal from other pallets and make it work. And then we'll cone off the area that's not finished yet. So hopefully by this Saturday, I know we have a benefit here. We want to get it as open as we can for everybody to park. So, and then work has begun on the walking trail lighting. Electric crew is bouncing between locates and the south feeder, and they've got 2 of them installed already and on just north of 16th Street and K18 by the cemetery. So if you're out and about, you can check those out, and they'll just continue working. You'll see more and more up as the week progresses. So.
Will those lights be on and dusted on?
Yep.
All night?
Yep, they'll be at night.
Okay, thank you. Corey?
Just 2 quick things. We had a pretty much safe 4th of July, no major incidents, anything like that. I think we had maybe 3 calls total of people shooting off fireworks a lot later than they were supposed to, so that was kind of nice. And the other thing we've been working on here since we had those straight line winds is getting their limbs cleaned up. We've only had to talk to 2 people and really urge them to do it, but I noticed today that one of them was getting cut up, so we're slowly getting that cleaned up.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks, Corey. Jim, do you want to give your report?
I'll do it from here, I think. I don't have anything to report.
Thank you very much. Jacob, anything?
Nothing new since last meeting. Next meeting, I will be in clerk school, but I will be here because it's all online.
Okay, and then year-end numbers and things, or fiscal year-end will be,
We are powering through. The audit will be, we've kind of started, they showed up today to go through inventory with Travis, and it's just going to be ongoing probably for the next couple months.
okay. Mike?
We're starting our retransmission contracts with KMEG, KCAU, KTAD, KELO, and KBTH. They're all going to be coming in fairly high. KMEG's initial offer was a 42% increase. Gone back and forth with them a little bit. I think we're going to land in that 10% increase mark per year for the next 3 years. So look for those. We'll be looking for those to come in. It's like they pick out a number and then say, what do you want to counter, instead of just giving us a number of what they need. Must work for them. Not very pleasurable for me, but housing rehab grants moving along very slowly. I was updated today. They have the first 3 recipients identified and are waiting independent income verification of those. I think COVID-19 has slowed that down with people not working or working from home. We're looking at opening front office soon. Showman's brought down the sneeze guard that they made to put on the desk. It's the glass partition. I want to see how well that works. They brought it at the end of the day today. I want to see how well it works tomorrow, and we'll be open by Monday for sure. So, and then as you noticed, you came in front doors. We experienced a little bit of vandalism 2 nights ago. Where one of the side lights by the doors was broken. So it looked like a marble shot out of a slingshot. So we're working to get that glass replaced for Showman's as well. So that's all I have.
Unfortunate, kind of a throwback vandalism type of thing. I mean, yeah. Questions of staff from council? And/or any council comments at this time? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on then to agenda item number 3A. This is a public hearing regarding to the final disposition of the real estate property west of Lot 5, those types of things. I will open up the public hearing. Have you had any comments directed to the city?
None.
Pardon me, does anyone wish to make comments in regards to this public disposition during the public hearing? I will close the public hearing, which leads us to the resolution 2020-31. This is vacating the south alley. Obviously, Mike has put out there that this is not necessary for the city of Hayward and for future use, and it's going to be vacated and sold to Lifestyle Landscape LLC. And so I would entertain a motion for resolution 2020-31.
So moved.
It's been moved by John. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Jen. Further questions or clarifications? Since Jacob doesn't have a mic, we'll ask him to speak loud for a roll call vote, please.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Bergsma,
Aye.
Bucky,
Aye.
Kurth,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, resolution 2020-31 passes. And we thank Lifestyle Landscape Solutions for their investment into our community with a new building. Agenda item number 4, this is the first reading of ordinance 723, You want to give us a little background with this, please, Mike?
Yeah, PCC does our ambulance billing for us. Periodically, they get new rates that insurance companies will pay for ambulance calls, and then they advise us, like many of the other clients they have, that it's time to take a new look at your rates and increase your rates. So, done that, put in the allowable rates that insurance companies are allowing for different kinds of runs, and we'll increase those. They're basically user fees, so.
Is there a motion for the first reading of ordinance 723?
So moved.
Been moved by Travis. Is there a second? Seconded by Tim. Further questions or clarifications? I think nice that they give us this update so we don't get, at some time in the past history, we've gotten so far behind that things have to roll pretty quickly. So, been a motion and a second for the first reading of ordinance 723. A roll call vote for that, please.
Kurth,
Aye.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Bucky,
Aye.
Bergsma,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, the first reading of ordinance 723 passes. Again, there'll be second and third readings for that. Agenda item number 5, Knife River has asked for their final pay request for the Main Street Overlay Project in the amount of $11,244.20. Obviously, as Mike has always told us, and Travis, that during these projects, DGR has been monitoring that, and they've done well. They are completed,
They are all done.
so they're asking for their final pay of $11,244.20. Is there a motion to pay Knife River?
So move.
Moved by Rob. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Jen. All in favor of the final approval pay request for Knife River, say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes 5-0. Within the check, if you give them a thank you for a job well done there. Had a lot of nice compliments, I think, on Central Avenue. Hogadorn Construction continues to work on the wastewater treatment facility improvements. They're looking at a pay request in the amount of $133,047.50. I think leaving, if I looked right, about $488,000 left to spend on that project. And they're on time and on budget at this point.
On time, and we're going good financially as well.
Okay, is there a motion for approval of pay request number 10 to Hogadorn Construction?
So moved.
Moved by Jen. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. All in favor of the pay request number 10 to Hogadorn Construction, say aye.
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 Those opposed? Thank you. That passes also 5-0. Vander Wint and Sons for the City Hall parking lot project, the SRF-sponsored project. Pay request number 2 in the amount of $103,383.75. Any comment from staff with this project?
As they continue to progress on the parking lot, they have to buy supplies and things like that and pay their people, and so they do periodic pay requests. It's coming along nicely, as you can see out there, and we're just looking forward to that one being done as well.
Is there a motion for pay request number 2 to Vander Wint and Sons?
So moved.
Moved by Jen. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Rob. Thank you, Rob. All in favor then of that motion of the pay request number 2, say aye.
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 Those opposed? That again passes 5-0. Agenda item number 8, this would be setting a public hearing for the submittal of the Downtown Revitalization Fund CDBG application for July 22nd. This would be for the facade program at Northwest Iowa Planning.
Correct, they gotta have a public hearing at the next meeting to approve the program.
Is there a motion to set the public hearing for July 22nd, 2020?
So moved.
Moved by Travis,
I'll second.
seconded by Jen. All in favor of the public hearing to be held on July 22nd, say aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none, that passes 5-0. Mike's going to give us a little update on the consideration of the EMC Workman's Comp On-Call Nurse Program, please.
This year, we seen an increase in our work comp insurance of 24%. We're in a larger pool, it's not necessarily because of our group, but we're in a larger pool that had a lot of claims, and so it continues to go up. One of the things that EMC has recommended is we go to the EMC on-call nurse program, where if you have an employee that's injured, the first thing they do is they call the on-call nurse. The on-call nurse will then direct them if there's medical treatment that they can do on their own, or direct them to some of the chosen providers that we will give them, or a preferred provider that we will give them. Right now, if somebody gets injured, they go to the front office, they do the paperwork with Amber, and then they generally just go to whichever doctor that they choose to. This would be more directed. I'm not sure if EMC has contracts with any of them, I'm not sure on that, but it will be a local doctor or a local facility, and then from there, they will be advised on if they need to go to another doctor or to a specialist or things like that. So it's something that we're researching, that we're trying to get the cost of work comp down. But I wanted to share this with council because, I don't know if it's something that we would have to go through the union for, or we would, or if this is even going to be something that some of the employees may or may not like. It's a program that they've implemented in other places, and it seems to be holding rates down other places as well. So I gave you some information on it. We will continue to look at it and maybe move in that direction as we go forward.
Well, if it seems like it'd be, help the city with the rates, but still not detrimental to the employee, it'd be
Yeah, it's not denying anybody any medical care or anything like that. That's, we wouldn't want to do that to
Right.
our employees anyway. But it's hopefully a way that we can work with the larger group to get work comp premiums back in line.
Do you need any guidance from council, or you're just going to continue?
Yep, we'll just continue on. And if
More of an-
anybody's got any questions, we'll try and answer.
Okay, more of an informational type of thing for tonight? Okay. Anyone have questions about that tonight, if you've read through it already, or direct them to Mike during the next week or two? Okay, thank you. Agenda item number 10, approval of the subordination, I got the word out, I couldn't say it this morning, of the mortgage from Alpha Motorsports Mortgage. Apparently, it's with the, we were backwards on this one?
I think our paperwork got there about 2 hours before the bank paperwork. Normally, we take a second on these loans. From the bank taking the first, the bank usually has the larger share of the amount of money that's borrowed, and then we supplement that, and that normally take a second. Evidently, when the paperwork was filed, ours got filed first, the bank second, so this is going to reverse the order.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the,
So moved.
thank you, I couldn't say the word again twice. Moved by Tim, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Rob, thank you, got him,
Yeah.
sorry.
You all right?
All right. You all know what the motion is, I can't say the word again, so, been a motion and a second, all in favor of the approval of that with Alpha Motorsports Mortgage, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 5-0. And again, we're really pleased that that business is making a good presence here in the city of Hayward and moving a lot of their stuff into our community. We have 2 consent agendas before we go into a closed session, both in regards to renewal of a Class E liquor license with a Class B wine permit and Class C beer permit, and from the Eagles with a Class C liquor license, and so forth and so forth. And as usual, if it's on our agenda, all the paperwork is in, correct? Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Rob, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Jen. All in favor then of the consent agenda items A and B, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes 5-0. Agenda item number 12, the Hawarden City Council would like to go into closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Section 388.9 to discuss marketing and pricing strategies and proprietary information where the competitive position would be harmed by public disclosures not required of competitors and no public purpose is served by such disclosure. I would call a roll call vote, please, to go into closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Section 388.9.
Bergsma,
Aye.
Bucky,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Kurth,
Aye.
Elhacker.
Aye.
On a 5-0, Hawarden City Council will be going on closed session, and as usual, the closed session will be taped separately. So we will take a short break and be open into closed session.